Hello. Today is the 15th of July, 2025, and right now it's 9:05 a.m. I'm at a shopping center I'm not sure the name of this area. It's near where I live. My address is Silver Spring, and I guess this is Silver Spring. Silver Spring is large, but it probably has a more specific name, but I don't know what it is. Now, my wife Sephora is shopping in that Aldi over there. She gets great prices in there. She likes to shop there for food. While she's in there, I'm here. Why? I'm afraid pretty much to venture out in America. I don't feel safe here. I'll admit it. I don't feel safe in America at all. And so I'll stay right here in the car. Now, here's something I learned to be highly valued in the mental prisons of the United States. Making things yourself, like this cowboy wallet. I started making this in the 1980s. As I recall, I was making this before my first incarceration in a mental prison, before I knew that it was part of the program of rehabilitation, if you will, to have the inmates of the mental prisons making things like this. I believe I started this before I was incarcerated the first time in a mental prison. And so I've improved on it over the years, and I still carry it with me. Now, here's something that I've made fairly recently. This is my Jewish prayer book, which I got around the time I was first incarcerated in a mental prison. I'm not sure how I got this. There was no internet at that time. I'm pretty sure I looked this up in in books in print, not books in print. There was another reference book that I looked this up in. I forget the name of it. A big red reference book, like 1 or 2 volumes. And I'm sure I found this Jewish prayer book in there, and I sent away for it. Now, I made this prayer book holder myself, and the fabric I bought from G Street Fabrics in Rockville, Maryland. It's got like a outer space motif to it. These are planets, looks like, in space. And this strap, I took off the holder that used to carry my prayer book for a long time, but the thing was falling apart, so I took the strap off. Strap was still good, and I sewed that onto this holder here. As you can see my stitching there, maybe. Anyway, this is my holder for my prayer book. I carry my prayer book pretty much wherever I go when I go out in public, pretty much out of fear here in America. The things that have happened to me have made me feel this way, so I feel safer if I have my prayer book with me. Now, here's the prayer book. Okay, and you'll notice that it's covered in sheet metal and duct tape. Now, why is that? Well, I'm not sure I want to explain, but let's say, there's a story I read, a true story about a soldier in the Civil War who had a prayer book in his shirt pocket here, okay? And he got hit by a rebel bullet. He was a Union soldier. He got hit right in, where it would have been in the heart. But that prayer book stopped the bullet. And there were pictures online of the prayer book and what it looked like after it had stopped that bullet. So, if nothing else, this may protect me from a stray bullet. There's lots of them in the D.C. area. People are getting killed all the time these days, children and others, by stray bullets. People are shooting each other up in America very bizarrely. They get angry about something, they go out in public and shoot people, or they take their car and drive into a crowd. This is happening in America, so there's all that to think about. Now, here's my prayer book, and I made this sheet metal cover for it. just like I made this prayer book carrier, and this zipper here is off the previous prayer book carrier that I had. So let's open up our prayer book. This here is my way of holding it shut because, this book is now 40 years old, roughly. And it's gone all over the place with me. So the binding is now kind of, it's not completely gone, but it's starting to go. So like pages at the opening of the book are becoming loose. At any rate, let me show. This is, I did not know this at the time, but this is in English. This is for a Jewish congregation in England. I didn't realize that that's what I was getting. It's called the Authorized Daily Prayer Book. Here's the title page. Printed in England. Okay, and let me see the date. I think it's 1984, which is, I'm not sure, but let me look. When was this printed? Well, the last printing on here is 1984, so I must have gotten it then. 1984. So I got this in 1984, and so I've had it now for 41 years. There's the prayer book. It's in Hebrew and English. And as I say, I keep it with me pretty much wherever I go in public. So I wanted to show that I do make things as the mental prison system of the United States says people like me should. And here's an example of one of the things I've made. By the way, I made this shirt for myself recently. I got these letters. These are letters that are made out of a, I don't know what kind of material this is called, kind of a plastic type material that I bought a stencil at this place called Muddy's Market in Kensington, Maryland. And then I drew these Hebrew letters on the stencil, with the stencil, and then I cut the letters out of this fabric. It's like it's an iron-on fabric where you use a heated iron to apply these letters to whatever material you want to apply them to. And what I did was I got this piece of yellow cloth from another T-shirt, cut it out, and then I sewed around the border so that the hem would not be frayed. And then I put the letters, I used the stencil to get the letters, and I ironed the letters on here. And what this says is, in Hebrew, this says, Eya Asher Eya, which is translated as I am that I am, or sometimes I am who I am. This is what God Adonai said to Moses when, or after Adonai had directed Moses to deliver the Hebrews from slavery in Egypt. And Moses said, what am I going to say to people when they ask who directed me to do this? And so the Lord said to Moses, you tell them that my name is Eya Asher Eya, which, as I said, is translated, I am that I am, or I am who I am. That's on this shirt here, and so far the letters are holding up good. None of them look like they're going to come off, but I see this one's a little loose here. So what I can do with these letters is I can sew these on. I can put, I don't have to have a lot of stitches. I can put stitches on the corners of these letters, and that'll make sure that they stay there securely. So Those are some of the things I've made for myself now. Those are some of my thoughts as I'm waiting for my wife. I'm too afraid, really, to venture out much in America. It's not a safe place for somebody like me. I could go in detail, but I've got lots and lots of recordings like this online. Most of them say there have been no views of those, so I can't imagine that anyone would want to see this one either. But I'm still going to make this video. The way I wrote as a creative writer for about 40 years and never published a single word. I devoted my entire energy, all my stamina, my thought, my desire into writing just as well as I could write. For about 40 years, never published a single word. So I'll go on doing that kind of thing in things I believe in. Because if I'm doing the right thing, then that's all I need as motivation to do what I feel I need to do while I'm in this life. Well, that's all from me for now.